Hi guys, welcome to Garage Football. In this video, Bill and I are going to be talking about Man United versus Chelsea. But please remember to subscribe and hit the like button. Cheers. So, Bill, very interesting game. Not.
I'll get the sarcasm in your voice, mate. Yeah, it was a bit like a bit like the weather, wasn't it, mate? A bit rubbish. Yeah, no. I thought it'd be a goal fest tonight. I think that's why we were really excited about watching the game tonight, because of how both teams have defended poorly this season so far. But if anything, judging by obviously the play and the scoreline, defences were well on top today, weren't they?
No, definitely. Yeah, both quite well at the back defensively. Although Mendy sort of nearly passed the ball, nearly scored an own goal in the sort of 29th minute, which I think woke him up a little bit. So I think that was the only kind of part of the first half where it was kind of like there's a little bit of action.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I think after that sort of first half hour, it looked like that would be the only way both teams would score. Would be like a silly mistake, wouldn't it? Both teams were very cagey. There wasn't a great deal of pressing from the front from either side. Possession wasn't really there, and just no real urgency, no willing to pass forward a lot, and even just play balls in behind it and push up the pitch. There wasn't a great deal of that in that first sort of half hour or so, and then after that near calamitous mistake by Mendy, he sort of redeemed himself with a really good save from Marcus Rashford, where you'd have fancied Rashford to score. Possibly could have took another touch, but I thought it was a real good save actually by Mendy. And
shortly after Mata as well.
Yeah, Mata as well. Good save from him. So if anything, looked like Man United were slightly on top towards the end of the first half, but yeah, as I say, it wasn't a great first 45.
No, definitely. And I think at half time, the only thing that was sort of interesting was Ever and Hasselbank having a bit of a debate in the studio.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and even in the second half, mate, it was sort of more the same, wasn't it? I think both teams were playing within themselves. There was a real fear of losing as well, because mentioned both teams have been playing defensively very poor. Man United, they haven't won at home this season. Lost to Palace. Embarrassed by Tottenham and drew today, and even at the end of last season they drew with Southampton and West Ham. So it's been a while since they won at Old Trafford, and Chelsea, just conceded 3 away at West Brom, 3 at home at Southampton. So both teams putting the barricades off and saying we're keeping a clean sheet today no matter what, which you don't mind for maybe the first hour or so, but at least go for the win, try and score, and that didn't really happen, did it?
No, it was just boring to watch. I mean, don't get me wrong, Cavani came in, didn't he, in the second half, around about the sort of 58th minute. Great first touch, nearly scored. Things I thought, okay, it's going to sort of be entertaining now, but it wasn't really, was it? It was quite sort of flat throughout.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that it goes to show that none of the attacking plays very well, because all of Chelsea's got subbed off. Havertz, Werner, Pulisic all got subbed off. Mata, Dan James is barely in the game. They got subbed off as well. So, there was nothing really to talk about from the attacking sense. Maybe Rashford a little bit, but even he was frustrated on his own. I think they missed Anthony Martial. Obviously, he's suspended today. I think they missed him, Man United. But I think, I think as was mentioned, defences I think were good actually. I think they were much improved from what they have been. I think Thiago Silva was immense for Chelsea. That's why they brought him in. Maguire was better today for Man United. Lindelof as well. Some
positives they can take from it. From a defensive point of view. But obviously the game finished 0-0. It's the first time since 1972 that Man United, I think, first 3 games at home that they've not won. So it's a big record, isn't it? Really. But it's put them 15th in the Premier League at the moment. Chelsea are 6th. I think you could say it's a big season for both managers. to perform. I mean, both you could say, is Frank Lampard or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer likely to get the sack if they don't, push for top 4 this season?
Well, definitely. I mean, and today's performance won't help either manager. If they're going to, be outsiders to challenge for the league, you got to win these type of games, or at least show the urgency to try and win. And both sides, that wasn't the case, was it? And I think maybe from Frank Lampard's point of view, I think maybe the 4-0 defeat on the opening day last season was stuck in his mind because they were far too expansive and far too open. United scored 4 goals on the counter attack, and I think that's probably why Chelsea didn't press from the front that much. They were very compact in their shape, playing 5 at the back today as well. So yeah, and even from a Man United point of view, I don't think they really went for it from the start with Fred and McTominay in central midfield, leaving Pogba on the bench. And I think for that reason, both sides had a real sort of lack of combinations in midfield, and as I've mentioned here, attacking players were not very good today.
No, definitely. But I suppose, like I say, the only positive defensively, they've both improved, but they both need to sort of do something, to try and push for that top 4. But not much more we can say about the game. I think it is what it is. But no, thanks, Bill. And it's been a good day of football. But cheers for watching, guys. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button, give us a like, and leave us a little comment below. Cheers, guys.